Hello there, people of the universe. My name is MichSciFi, and the reason for this video is quite simple, really. I was, after getting some encouragement from amazing people on Instagram, two specifically, I was like, you know what, I'll post on my story some thumbnails from my favourite videos, Spider-Man, Mike Reacts, Resident Evil Village, and just give a little bit of a texting below it, trying to hype up my channel and just share it around to people who might be interested. And when I came to the end of it, because I didn't want to do too many, I just did like a few videos, as I just said. And when I came to the end to wrap it up, I was like, what can I do that will really encompass why I do what I do? And I realised there's not one video that truly shows it. And it made me realise it's been a while. In fact, I don't think I've ever, on this channel at least, maybe on Dr. Michael 10 once upon a time, but I don't think I've ever on this channel gone into detail about why do I do what I do. Because to some, I'm just loud. To few, I might be funny. To the odd one or two, I might be the femboy. And then there are some people out there who have a really negative opinion of me for my past, my horrible mistakes, oh yeah, just that. And all of those are valid. But despite any of those, as valid as they all are, as I say, I thought it would be a good opportunity to truly sit down and be as vulnerable as I can, because I've always had trouble with that. But I figured it'd be worth a try and just get real for a minute and talk about why do I do what I do? What is my end goal? Because I've realised I do talk about how I do want to be successful on YouTube. I want to make it a full-time job. I one day want to say that I'm living in my own place and that thanks to YouTube and or Twitch, I've paid for a mortgage. I one day want to say I'm living in a house with Lucy once we're married, and the house I'm in, the electric bills I'm paying for, because Lord knows I'll have a high Wi-Fi bill, all that has been paid for through doing what makes me happy. But I realise of how much I talk about my dream and my goals, I realise there's the potential it might come across as he only wants to do this for fame. And that's not true. But you'd not be at fault for thinking that, because like I said, I've not expressed beyond that. And I just want to start at the beginning with the fact that throughout my life, I've made a lot of mistakes. There's no disputing that. We're not here to dispute that. But I have gone through life. I've experienced bullying, PTSD, depression, anxiety. I've tried to take my own life 17 times. And while I apologise to anyone who might be uncomfortable at hearing that said so outright, the reason I do say it so outright is because I'm proud of the fact that every time I tried, I failed, and that I am still here and still doing what I do. And what I do is try and spread positivity and try and make others laugh. And see, this is where it gets tricky, because like I say, I struggle with being vulnerable, because like I said at the start, there are people out there who have got a negative impression of me, and if any of them sees this, I can only apologise and hope one day, somehow, somewhen, somewhere, I'll prove you wrong. Because deep down, and this is the hardest part besides being vulnerable, I have difficulty giving myself any credit, but deep down, I know there is nothing but love in my heart. Not just a love of what I do, but a love of wanting to spread positivity. There is a reason Markiplier is my idol. There's a reason David Tennant is my idol. There's a reason why when I make mistakes that I know they'd be disgusted by, I hate myself so much. And I don't say that for any kind of pity. I'll make that very clear. I say that because I know it's true. Because I have always strived to be like them. Because they are truly the nicest people on the planet. Well, I've not met Mark. I have met David. And I like to think I know that Mark... They're just the kind of people that they are pure good. And I always strive to be that. I don't have superpowers. I'm not Spider-Man. I'm not Batman. I'm not Superman. I don't have the ability to cure famine, poverty, disease, any of those things. But I do believe I have the ability to entertain and make people laugh. And laughter, in some ways, is the best medicine. I truly believe one man can make a difference. One man can change the course of history. And I want to, when I eventually do leave this earth, I want to leave it better than I found it. I want to leave this earth being a better person than what I started as. Not as a babby, but as a stupid, edgy, moronic, angry teenager. Someone once spoke about me and said he seems very angry. And there was a time when that was very true. I've got a lot of issues. And like I said before, I'm not looking for pity. That's not an excuse. It's the truth. And every single day that passes, with every breath I take, I am determined to work through those issues. And every time I start off recording of a video, I sync my audio, I do the left, right thing for games. The minute I get ready to do my intro, my thought process, and it's the same when I do the outro, my thought process is the first and last frame of my camera, I have to make sure I'm smiling and I've got a friendly look in my eyes. Because when someone clicks on my video, yes, I always make the joke that I want to make people go deaf. But in reality, whether it's an hour and a half of Spider-Man, whether it's 8 minutes of Devour, or 15 minutes of Mike Reacts, my goal has always been, and I am sorry if I've never made it clear, but my goal has always been make you laugh and forget about how tricky and difficult the world really is. It's why what I said 3.5 years ago on my Instagram story, it's why I will always fucking hate myself for that. Because my fucking motto has always been positivity. And because of how angry of a teenager I was, how angry of a young adult, I don't know where you... I know people have different parameters for when you're a young adult and when you're a full adult, but segueing, sorry. It's why the point I'm getting at is my goal is to be positive and to always be better than what I have been in the past, because I know how much potential I truly have. Because people like Lucy, Mr. Raw, they see something in me, and I want to give that back. I want to make people laugh, make people smile. And I want my legacy, if that's the right word, to be more than just my errors. I want people to look at me and see a force for good, because I truly believe I can be that. And as I wrap this up, I want to apologise if any of what I've said here, specifically that last part about being a force for good, I want to apologise if that comes across as sounding arrogant or narcissistic. I am so terrified of being confident because I don't want it to look like a narcissistic arsehole. And then on the other side of it, I get nervous about being vulnerable and opening up because I don't want it to come across as self-pity or something else like that. But at the same time, on the middle side of those two spectrums, I don't want to not be real. Like my friend Kaya once said to me, or once asked me, what's the difference between Michael and MichSciFi? And I want it to be the same. Only difference being that the volume and the confidence is dialed up. And it's why when I truly think about it, the nicest things that have ever been said to me by my viewers, hopefully the ones that have said this are watching, but the nicest thing that's ever been said to me, and it's been in person as well, which is always very overwhelming, just because I'm not ready for it. But it's when people tell me that watching my videos has stopped them from doing something, from hurting themselves. And as someone who has battled his own battles with depression and anxiety, and as someone who, thanks to Markiplier and David Tennant, thanks to them, I'm still here kicking. Obviously, Mr. Raw, Lucy, my friends, my family have been there too, but Mark and David especially. And like I said, I'm not going to start going in circles, but like I said, I want to be a force for good. I want to be more than just my mistakes. And I hope some of you have watched all of this all the way through, and I hope it's given an insight. I believe there is the potential in every person to be a force for good or a force for bad. And I will do everything in my power to be a force for good. The reason I want success, the reason I want fame, is because I love the idea of my message of positivity reaching others. I genuinely think I have got something special to offer content creation, if that makes sense. Every single one of us is unique and special. And the thing that's special about us is our uniqueness. And yeah, at the end of the day, if I can make one person laugh, then I've succeeded in my life goal. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. I apologise to anybody and everyone that for never making it clear that the reason I do what I do is to make people laugh and smile and spread positivity. And I'm also sorry to anyone who has ever felt the exact fucking opposite because of what I've said or what I've done. There are people out there who might not ever see this who will always have hate towards me, and you are all justified in that. All I can do is apologise and promise to do better. So yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, be kind, be good to one another. If people are interested, the next charity live stream will be announced very soon. And yeah, thank you for watching this. I hope I didn't come across as too soppy, too confident, or if anything, I hope this video made me look human, if that makes sense. So yeah, take care, all the best, and if this video arose any questions you want to ask, go for it. As I said, I struggle with being open and vulnerable, but I want to be more open for my audience. So go for it. See you guys very soon.